In this video, I just want to go over one big mistake I've seen entrepreneurs make when implementing their marketing strategy or their marketing plan, and that is consistency and staying on. And I'll explain that in a little bit. My name is Nicholas Coriano, went to business school, went to law school, worked on Wall Street before I started my business plan writing practice, thebusinessplanningguru.com. I've written over 2,000 business plans. I also have my own businesses, and I've learned from my clients too. I've had some awesome clients making millions of dollars. And let's get to it. I want to talk a little bit about the marketing, the marketing mistake that a lot of clients make. And this is not staying on consistently. We live in a consumer society where consumers are on 24/7. We don't know when they're on. Before social media and the internet, consumers generally had to wait to get out of work to shop. And they had to wait to get to the weekend to go shopping. Today, that's not the case. Today, consumers are online 24/7, 365. They're always shopping. They're shopping Monday through Friday when they're at work. And even if they're not making the purchase when they're at work, they're price shopping when they're at work. Now, here's the issue. Most people assume that their consumer or their target customer is online at a certain place at a certain time. So let's go through that one at a time, right? A certain place. So a lot of consumers say, oh, my customer's not on Facebook. Oh, my customer's not on Twitter. Well, there's a billion people on Facebook. There's a good chance they're on Facebook, right? My customer's not on YouTube. My customer's not on that. As soon as you hear that, proceed with caution, because the truth is your customer is online at some point or another. Now, I'm not saying that this is the best place to target them. It could very well be that the best place to target them is a billboard, right? But the same thing applies. Understanding where to be is just as important as understanding when to be there. Okay, so the biggest mistake I've seen with marketing strategies that don't work is they either A, do not know where to be, and then the second part of this conversation is B, they don't know when to be there. And because you don't know when to be there, you want to be there all the time. So what I've seen a lot of clients do is they start a strategy, let's call it Facebook, and they run the ad for 2 weeks. And it didn't work. And they go, I don't know why it didn't work. Well, it didn't work more than likely because you weren't consistent. We don't know when the consumer is going to be online. So if I run my ads for business plan writing services Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, because I think that my potential customer is a professional, then I miss the guy who's searching on Friday night at 9 o'clock, right? Or I miss the person who happens to be on Facebook on Sunday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So the point is you don't know when they're going to be there, so you have to be there constantly, which brings me to my last point. In marketing, good marketing is repetition. You don't know, the customer doesn't remember your brand, your logo, your product, or your service after seeing it once. They need to see it again and again and again and again, and you need to be consistent and you need to be uniform across several platforms. This is why, after you drove by McDonald's 12 times, you also saw a commercial, right? And then even after you bought the hamburger, you left with that bag, and guess what? That logo was on that bag. Why? Because they understand as a giant corporation, you need repetitiveness. You need to see that logo again and again and again, so it becomes synonymous with the product or service that you're selling. And what do I mean by that? If I'm a business plan writer, which I am, when you think about business plans, you should think about me. You should think about Nicholas Coriano. If I didn't do that, if you don't think about me when you're thinking about business plans, I didn't do my job with marketing. And it probably came from two things, right? I wasn't in the right place, or I wasn't there enough. And I wasn't consistent enough with that. So whenever you're trying a new marketing tactic, let's say it's a billboard. If you put up a billboard for 30 days and you don't get any traction, I'm not surprised, right? Now, if you kept that billboard up there for a year, right, then it may make some difference. Now, understand that you should be in the right place, meaning if you put up a billboard for, something irrespective of people driving. So let's say you put up a billboard for a child's toy. Well, how many children are driving? None, right? Meanwhile, if you put up a billboard on a major highway for car insurance, well, there's a good chance that everybody driving by needs that product, right? Or needs that service, because they have a car already. So Being at the right place and being there long enough to prove that your marketing strategy is effective or not effective is important for implementing strategies. But just as an overall statement, the biggest mistake I've seen is that they're not there long enough. They didn't try it for long enough. And they just gave a half-ass attempt and then they quit on it. So if you're trying social media marketing, if you're trying, traditional marketing, television, radio, make sure that you're there long enough to see if it's actually gonna, produce results. Because that's the one mistake that I've seen most of my clients make. They try it for a month or two, and then they quit, and it may not even be the right time. So, for example, if you start running ads on January 15th through February 15th, historically, our economy contracts or is slow in that first month of January. They just got through Q4. December, everybody spent their money. Now, January, everybody's holding back, right? So it may not be the best time. Now, meanwhile, you may want to grab brand recognition from January, February, and March. So when the season does come back, they know who you are and they know exactly what product or service that you're selling and they remember you. So keep that in mind. Stay on long enough, stay consistent, get in the right places, stay in their face, and I guarantee results. If you need help with your marketing strategy, hit me up. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit that thumbs down button. If you think that you have some better ideas or you have some better ideas, put it in the comment section below. I like to use it as a place where entrepreneurs can share ideas. And feel free to share this with anybody that you think it'll be useful for. And subscribe. I make videos every week. We'll talk soon.